so-called Negro community has shocked the white man by resisting all efforts to divide us. I think that you and I should continue to shock him by staying and working together in unity, despite religious, political, economic, or educational or social differences.
My people are terrified. We've been terrorized to the point that we're mentally and spiritually paralyzed. We suffered through centuries of dehumanization and degradation. It took the form of slavery and segregation in this land of the free, where oppression's government sanctioned. We're subjected to systemic skin color discrimination, from black codes to Jim Crow to black criminalization. It's been 400 years, it's time for our liberation. We're a nation within a nation, victims of colonization. Where's our revolution and Independence Day celebration? Cause what's the 4th of July to the slave on the plantation? And slavery didn't end, they just changed its implementation. Just check the 13th Amendment, then you'll see why so many black males end up as guilty defendants. The system isn't broken, it's working as it's intended. So I'm not here to fix it, I'm here to end it.
And then again, if we tell you that Negroes are being hung on the tree or being shot down illegally, unjustly, and those Negroes should do something to protect themselves, you say you're advocating violence.
I won't rest till this nightmare we're living in ends, and we see justice for our murdered young innocent men. If black lives really matter, black people need the proof. Cause we are the only ones responsible for our improvement. How can we leave it to someone else to do what's best for us, especially when there's someone else that's historically been oppressing us? We can't use a system built to enslave us to free us, and we really sick if we think that they white Jesus can heal us. Our children need us to defend them, teach them and guide them, show them love and bring out the greatness that is deep inside them. Are we gonna build a nation or stay on the plantation? Keep begging for our freedom or fight for our liberation?
When the Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor, he didn't say get nonviolent. He said praise the Lord, but pass the ammunition.
We must be willing to die together, or we'll definitely die separately. We desperately need unity if liberation is our destiny. If we don't know our history, then we doomed to repeat it. White supremacy is the enemy, but together we can defeat it. They stole us from the motherland, sold us into slavery, forced us to work for them. They got the nerve to call us lazy. In this caste system, we're outcasts, still treated as second class. But I can feel it in the air, revolutions in the forecast. We came for greatness, but they don't want us to know. So they hid our history to keep us under control. All it takes is to take a stand. The enemy's not invincible, but we must come together as one nation indivisible.
20 million black people don't even know their own language. Why? Because he took it away from them. 20 million black people who don't even know the history of their ancestors. Why? Because he took it away from them. And if you're trying to tell them how thoroughly and completely they've been robbed, he says you're teaching hate. That's something to think about. Today you are coming out of college. You're coming out of the leading university. You're trying to go in a good direction, but you don't know which direction to go in.
So family, I ran across this story here, and this pissed me off beyond words, because one of the things that you're supposed to do as an adult, especially in Black society, if you know exactly what our people have been through and you're aware of it, and you can't not be aware of it today, you are supposed to look out for the younger generation and impart wisdom and guidance to them. If you are an older adult that you're taking advantage of any type of child, or you disparaging or discouraging a Black child in any way, you are a traitor and a despicable person, because not only are you taking advantage of the young and the helpless amongst us, you are a traitor to the future of our race, which is our children. So now read this headline on this article. CPS employee caught on video encouraging 14-year-old girl in foster care to become a prostitute. This bitch should be hitting her fucking throat with a brick. She should. You already see that this is a 14-year-old girl in a foster care situation. So common sense should say, especially you being a CPS, a Child Protective Service employee, that means that her life has probably been very difficult, very hard. Who knows what she's been through if she's in a foster care system. Most of the children in foster care, especially long term, come from very traumatic backgrounds. And for you to try to encourage this girl to become a prostitute, just because your raggedy ass probably do that, you have no right to try to influence this young girl to become that, instead of trying to offer her hope or compassion, which is what you're supposed to do if you're in a job like this. Offer her some type of guidance to get into education programs, anything but that. You're going to tell her to become a prostitute. I keep saying it's some people in our community that's no earthly good. Every word that you speak to a young Black person is supposed to be to uplift and encourage them. And if you see them on the wrong path, you do what you can to show them that you care enough to try to get them on the right path. People do not care how much you know until they know how much you care. And see, today, a lot of our Black boys and girls out here, they really don't think nobody care about them. They really don't. And you would think it's just the ones from situations like this, being in foster care, or some that come from broken homes. I'm going to tell y'all something for those of you that have children. There are some children that feel like that in two-parent households. If those households are not stable, if both parents don't understand that the most important job that you have now is raising your children to the best of your ability and providing for them everything they need, not just with sustenance, but with wisdom, guidance, training them how to deal with the world as a Black person, making sure you support them and encourage them and try to inspire them. See, a good parent, father or mother, when you see your Black child, if you see them taking interest into something over and over again, you support that interest. If it's drawing or whatever, don't disparage them. Get them some art supplies. Feed that interest that they have, because you don't know what that child could become. Technology, whatever it is, whatever the case may be, you encourage them and pour into them support, resources, and guidance. Take them to meet a famous artist or what have you, to an art museum, for just using that example. You try to do what you can to inspire your children. And see, if this demonic creature right here has children herself, her children need to be taken away from her. Her children need to be taken away from her for this. These types of things right here, family, are examples of the worst amongst us. I'm going to tell y'all something, boy. Y'all better be glad that I'm not running any Black nation where we are, because some shit like this, you got two options. Either I will put your ass in prison for life for doing something like this. That's right. That's just how serious I take it. You don't do this kind of shit. You don't never tell no child to do something that's going to hurt them in the long run. I will put your ass in prison for life, or I would deport your ass out of our nation. That's how serious I take that. Don't you ever do this kind of shit. In no kind of way. For your mind to even go to here to think, you don't even joke like this. And I'll let y'all look up the article for yourself, because, man, if I tried to read through that would piss me the fuck off so damn bad. That's one thing I take very seriously, man, is disparaging or demeaning black children. Because, see, a lot of those out here today that are wayward or lost, the only thing that they're missing is for an older person to actually show them that they care. And they know whether you're genuine or not. You can't bullshit today's youth. If you're going to walk up to them to try to talk to them about anything or tell them about something, they need to understand that you really do care about them. That you're not just doing it because you're trying to get a tax write-off or something. You're not just doing it to try to get fame or notoriety. They'd have to see that you invested into their well-being and that you want to see them make it to your age and beyond and be successful, productive members of society to the best of their ability. Family, whether you have your own children or not, if you have nieces, nephews, cousins, tell them black children that you love them. Show them with action that backs up those words that you love them. Because, see, a lot of the terrible things that we see going on with our youth in our community today, it comes from lack of love. That's exactly what it is. That's it. I want y'all to like, share, subscribe. Take these words to heart, and I'll see you all in future content. Celebrate the foundational Black American culture of freedom, fighting, and resistance with the first annual Erettasese 5K run. This cultural experience will honor our FBA ancestors and icons while harnessing energy from our past to power our future. There will be security at this event to ensure everyone has a safe and enjoyable experience. Erettasese Run is a cultural event for family and friends. Strollers and wheelchairs are welcome. The in-person event will include a free 1-mile fun walk and will be held on December 17th in Tampa, Florida. Unable to make the live event, you can also participate virtually anywhere from December 17th to December 30th. All registered participants will receive the official Erettasese Run finisher medal, t-shirt, and more, with the ability to upload their race time to the official site. Live event participants will receive the time race scores, professional finisher photo, video, and your name will be announced as you're welcomed across the finish line. Enjoy the post-race after party and refuel with a traditional FBA breakfast. You can also help us settle fun family debates like sugar or salt and grits. Prepare with family workouts and runs and post on social media using the hashtag Erettasese Run. For registered info and sponsorship opportunities, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Click the link in the bio. Hope to see you all there.